and see what you expect out of these two teams because, okay, let's just be frank here. One team has been sitting for well over an hour, maybe even close to 2 hours at this point.
Yeah.
What is that going to do to them going into this matchup against this team that is literally just coming off of a win a few moments ago?
You know, I would say that it would affect them, but I will say this team has practiced and been in this situation before. You know, in a lot of these tournaments leading up to this, a lot of the 10K warm-up tournaments, you know, they ended up being the team that was in that winner's final spot waiting for losers bracket to finish up. So they've been used to sitting down for a while, waiting for teams to come back up to the top. So I'm very excited to see if they're going to be able to bounce back the same way that they were able to in those tournaments. This team's already taken out Just Us. I'm sure they're feeling very, very good and very confident about beating anyone that shows up on the other side.
All right, so I'm going to put you in the hot seat very quickly here. Who you got taking the edge in this matchup here?
I think that it's going to be Cordial. I think that Cordiality is going to win this one. And I think that it's going to be a 2-0. I don't think that it's going to be all that close of a match. I said this before. I said that this squad Cordiality, they have the squad, they have the capabilities to win it all. When I said sky's the limit for this squad at the start of this stream, I meant it. This squad has the talent. This squad has every piece possible to be able to win a championship in Rogue Company for a month. You know, it's exactly what you need in this roster. So I'm not surprised at all that they're in the position that they're in. And now it's all about taking it home and securing that number 1 seed for the main event. And I think that they're definitely going to be on a road to do that and to do it in a very, very, very strong statement-like fashion. I think that that's what we're going to see here.
All right, well, let's take a look at the series layout and see where these teams will be playing in our final matchup for today's Rogue Cup September qualifier number 1. Breach Demolition will be game number 1. I love it. We've only seen this a few times. Factory, King of the Hill, and if necessary, we'll be going to Windward for our Demolition game 3. All right, Breach Demolition. Last time we saw this, we saw Just Us running straight up mid with no smokes and realizing that's a bad idea. What are we to expect now that there's been some more time for these teams to get used to this map's demolition?
Yeah, right here, this is the difference, is these teams have practiced it. That is really the biggest difference, is that these teams have a better idea of what they want to do. I've seen Lusty Dogfish, aka Cordiality. I've seen them many times before play this map and play it very, very well. So I'm expecting them to come out. They like their B pushes on offense. On defense, they have a very straight-up retake style comp. I think that they're ready to win this one. Factory King of the Hill, they have been practicing that as well. So I'm expecting them to come out and win that Factory King of the Hill as well. Like I said, I'm expecting a 2-0 for Lusty Dogfish over Gaming Gorillas. Nothing against the Gaming Gorillas. I just feel like the Dogfish are just on another level.
All right. Lusty Dogfish or Cordiality, whatever you want to call them, they are Rome's favorite to take down Gaming Gorillas here in the finals for today's Rogue Cup September qualifier number 1. If you're just joining us, whether you're on the Rogue Company channel or the CMG Esports channel, my name is realBluTV. I'm joined with Rome, and we're about to cast your finals for today. And some people tuning in are probably expecting to see, well, the same team they normally see in this position. That's Just Us Roco. They actually got taken out in the semifinals by Lusty Dogfish. So big shift in momentum there, big shift in the seeding as well. We talked about this earlier. Justice Roco, they've been a 2 seed twice in a main event tournament. Out of the 10 that we've done, that's the 8 10Ks and the 2 8Ks that we've done, so 10 major events. They've only been a 2 seed twice. And they still won those. Other than that, they've been a 1 seed. Today, they will not be the 1 or the 2 seed for this month. They're fighting for a 3rd seed at best next week. So we'll see them again, hopefully. But I think we've got our bans coming in pretty soon. And just as I say that, I willed it into existence. Ronin and Kestrel being taken out. Rome, Kestrel's not available. Gaming Gorillas said, we're not going to let Joker or Rixie play that. And Lusty Dogfish said, EXO's not allowed to play Ronin.
Yeah, not mad at the ban. Leaving Fixer open. If they feel like they can play a better Fixer, then go ahead and do that. This is a big risk for the side of Cordiality. Fank on that Fixer, he is a problem. And in my opinion, he's the best Fixer that's in this lobby currently. So leaving that Fixer open might come back to bite them. We'll see how it's going to happen.
Fank
I know
is the
they
best
like those
fixer in
speed
this
push.
lobby?
Yes, I believe the Fank is the best Fixer in this lobby. Yes.
Over
yes,
Cool?
Yes, currently, yes. I would take Fank over Cool currently, yes. I've seen enough out of Fank in eights and things like that where, yes, currently for Fixer-wise alone, yes, I would put him above Cool, which is a tough thing to say. It's a tough thing to say.
Yeah.
I know you're close with Cool. I know you guys are cool. You guys are
No.
really
What I was
close and
gonna
all
say
that.
was, who's the fixer player on Lusty Dogfish? Because like anyone watching at home, there's a guy named Gotti on the team. You'll be like, oh yeah, Gotti's the fixer, but that's not actually Gotti. See, this is the confusing part here. That's 40. Just changed his name to Gotti. So who plays the fixer on that squad?
I have no idea. It might even be Joker since they banned his Kestrel. He might just opt to go ahead and swap onto that. I know that Nash loves his Talon plays. We'll see. It's going to be very interesting. I think that based off these bans, we're going to see very weird drafts. I don't think that we're going to see people on their normal rogues. I think we might see a little bit of variation. We might see people on rogues we normally don't see, but I'm excited regardless.
This is another match where, Anvil plays a large part in defusing and planting the bomb, especially on that A side. But we're going to see. Work hard, play harder. I mean, get paid. That's what these two teams are starting to do right there. It is. Look good, shoot better, all these great slogans. But that's what these two teams are trying to do here. We've got Lusty Dogfish versus Gaming Gorillas fighting for the first and second seed in our September main event happening on the 25th and 26th of this month. But for right now, it's qualifier number 1, and it's the finals. Two powerhouses go against each other, and neither of them are named Justice. They've been knocked out. Right Turtle also not showing up in today's tournament. So this is a fresh finals that we have not seen ever before.
100%. And you guys can already see the double Anvils, the double Dahlias, the double Dallases. And then on one side, we do not have a fixer. Remember when I said, I don't really know who's going to run Nobody. And it looks like Fank, he's going to be running the Dahlia. So he's going to opt to go ahead and say, you know what, cool. You can go on the fixer. I'll run your Dahlia. I'm actually very surprised at the rogue selection. I would figure Fank would be on the fixer, Pixie would be on the Dahlia, Cool would be on the Dallas. That's what I honestly thought would happen, but it looks like a little bit of a switch up. So,
well, you did play it on lockdown for them.
Yeah, very very true, very true. So, maybe it's just
to be honest, look at it this way, right? Look at it this way, right? If you need to. Dahlia, there's a lot going on with Dahlia. Like she's got to get smokes, lifelines. She's got to play different angles. She's got to get revives when available. All that goodness. On the other hand, you have Fixer. You're just saying, yo, hold this angle, kill them. If you need to, smoke, pop goggles, kill them. Right? So,
gotcha.
Maybe he's just more comfortable with that kind of playstyle coming back off of such a long break. Meanwhile, they're pushing into the A site heavily. This is what I was talking about. The Anvil plants on this side. Quick and efficient behind the shield, especially on an early round like this. Although I wouldn't have pushed so far into the site with the like that. Haven't seen them go that deep before. But there's a first for everything. They can watch this from all the way in the back now. Look at this smoke coming out. Maybe to help out his teammate or just take away the fire lanes away from that guy who went up there, which was Gotti. Nashpack finds one. Nashpack finds a second. They're going for the defuse, and they've got the clamshell.
Was there no Molly? They had a Dallas, and he was still alive. I was waiting for it to come out. I have no idea why. Like, the Dahlia was staring at the shield, so they knew that the... Okay, I'm not sure if Pixie just did not have a Molly that round, or if he opted to just save so that he could make sure he gets a gun. Ooh, but either way, I'm not a fan of that right there. If you know that they have an Anvil, they're just going to do the exact same thing to you you just did to them. They're going to walk in, smoke it off, get that shield down, and defuse that bad boy. and they're going to need to get these mollies lined up and get them right, because they need to get rid of that shield or get them off of defusing that bomb, and they got to do it fast.
Fast indeed. But I mean, this is exactly what I said before the game started, Rome. Anvil is available, and he's good on offense or defense on this map. So we saw it work out for the attackers to get a quick bomb plant, and then we saw it work out for the defense to get a defuse.
Where are you
Yeah.
hiding?
Just got to save that incent. Maybe save something else for it as well. Grenade or a C4.
Woo.
Nash pack. Oh my goodness. Nash. There's one. There's two. Another double kill for him in the second round in a row. They get the bomb planted. It's not behind the shield. And then Nash finds that third one. A little bit of help from his teammates. They're going to end up winning another round to make it 2-0. Look at this. 7 downs for the team. 5 of those coming from Nash. He's on a mission. He wants to be the #1 seed with this new team he's put together.
Oh yeah, 100%. They are confident and they are feeling good. They practiced this map last night, and they dropped 1 round, and that was, I believe, against Vibes. And you know, Vibes, they are a team that is so practiced, and you know, this team has repeatedly shown that they are extremely talented and very, very good at reading and reacting. This team is very, very smart. They're all positionally smart players. They all don't over-rotate. They all don't flank when it's not smart to flank. They are very good players. And so this team does not have a weak link, per you say, where sometimes on teams, you know, you'll have one player that might not usually perform to the level of the other players on the team. But this team doesn't have a weak link, if you will. And that's what makes this team so scary, is that it doesn't matter the situation you find yourself in, this team can always find a way to get themselves out of a sticky one. So
No. Every team in any sport always has a weak link. It's the fact that you're only as strong as your weakest link. So if your weakest link is very, very strong, well, your team's very, very strong.
Well, there you go.
Look at this bunny
From the man himself.
happening. Trying to find some sort of intel. They only have a Dallas for their intel, by the way. I would have thought maybe a glitch or a Talon would be the 2 best options on this map. It's so wide open, so many different angles. You have to try and find as much intel as possible. Just that Dallas snap, not as sufficient as you may have thought. This is the standard plant with the Anvil shield happening on this B site. They've gone towards B only once so far. A didn't work the first 2 times. They got bomb planted each time, but couldn't hold it. Now look at Cool in the face of Nash. Still can't get him. Jumps over. Finally does so. That almost put him in danger, but oh my goodness, he turns the corner and finds the second one with just a pistol in his hand. Has to reload the Deadeye. Does so. Peeks out. A couple shots come through, but he can't connect any of them. Now the Dahlia coming. Nash is still crawling. He finally bleeds out. Now the Dallas bleeds out as well. Jumping in midair. Look at the bloom coming through. Fank finds Gotti. Cool was taken out by Gotti. 1 member left. It's Joker. Already used the shield. Everything at his disposal has already been used. This bomb's going off. This is a 2-1.
Yeah, able to finally get an offensive round. That one looked clean. They were able to push out the far right side, and that's what you have to do. You know, you really don't have a choice. Cool, he got a little bit overzealous hopping over, but it ended up paying off as the other player did rush in, and he was able to hit him twice with that pistol and down him. That weren't such a good pistol, especially at that close range, if you're able to be accurate with it.
Heading into this 4th round now. Defense still in charge of that scoreline, but not by much. You can see Nash, he had 5 downs in the first 2 rounds, 0 in that 3rd one as Cool really pushed aggressively into his face. Nash playing in the same spot, so is Dallas. This time, though, they don't want to allow Cool to take that space from them. Look at these shots. Look at the respect, by the way. He is shooting, and he can only see like an inch of their head. That is how much space they have to use to try and take these shots, because everyone in this match so deadly. I I guess you could
Oh
say,
yeah,
lack of better
and
word.
those shredder rounds coming out as well. Jesus, that just deleted that shield. Wow.
Oh my goodness is right. That is a lot of shredder round damage coming in very quickly too. You have to remember Anvil can get it. Talon can get it as well. So you got two of them just firing away at that shield.
Dahlia as well.
Not even half a clip of your mag would probably be used on that. Incense comes in. That'll down Nash. Just under 30 seconds remaining here. Shield goes up. He's going to trap himself in here. He doesn't have this for the defuse, but it doesn't matter.
Wow, and wow, they decided to play off of that down that they got on Nash, and they all funneled into that tunnel, and that just made it extremely easy for Gotti, aka 40, to get those downs. He just lined them all up, and he was able to get all three with that DMR. It's absolutely incredible. Right now, they have to figure something out on this offensive side. They got to be able to make this work. They've been getting the bomb down a couple times at A, but they didn't have a molly to get them off of that shield. But now that they have those shredder rounds, which I believe they should now on this offensive side, you have to use that to your advantage. If you know you're able to get the bomb down at A, the best play is most likely going to be going to A. If you already know the shredder rounds are going to be coming into effect at this B bomb site, you got to work towards your comp and what's actually going to be working for you. And right now, I don't believe that B is going to be it for them.
Taking things a little bit more slowly this time. You can see Exo on this Anvil saying, you know what, let me play towards the left. EMP will come through. That's massive. Now they can't use any util. They can't get their shield down as quickly as they'd like. And because of that, no smokes can come out, and Fenk gets caught out. Huge play from that EMP coming out.
Oh yeah, those EMPs can be so important.
And Dallas, not just there for the reveal, they've also got the talent for that, but those EMPs, they can be devastating. Bomb has been planted. Look at this, Cool's jumping over. Cool finds one, he finds two, he finds three before he finally goes down. Gotti, the one who found him. He was trying to go for that res right after, but they didn't allow him to pass through safely. But oh my, Cool with the triple.
Yeah, Cool was able to make it happen right there. And that's what you love to see out of your fixer right now. 7 downs on Cool. He is doing it all for this squad. Those 2 rounds are on his back, and he's going to try to keep that going. As you can see, he's cool, calm, and collected. No emotes, no anything in the plane. It's all business for these teams right now, as they're playing for a whole lot of money in that first place seed going into the main event. That is major, man. That is major.
Major indeed, as we come into round number 6 now. They're elected to go back towards this B site. It's pretty wide open. There's been a lot of hectic fights and chaos that's gone on over here for the last 3 rounds, but they're still electing to go this way. They said, you know what, we can't play the A site. It hasn't worked out for us. They used that Anvil shield very nicely. We can't hold them. Pixie's throwing the incense way too early. I would assume it's something they might not be saying, but it is something that is happening. He's thrown it on Talon sitting here too. Trophies, eliminating some util back and forth there. EMP comes out. That did not hit Talon. Woo! So he has his C4 available, and he'll take out Cool. That's a massive pick to open up this fight, because now the incense comes in. Oh my goodness. Cool barely alive, but it doesn't matter. Joker with the double C4. Nash finds one with his gun, and it all gets wrapped up there. Nice and neat. 4-2. Lusty Dogfish lead.
Yeah, that right there is just perfect util dumping on this squad. You see the C4 comes out, downs a player. They mollied it off to get the res, get them low, and then that second C4 from the hallway came in to get all 3 players down. Beautiful stuff right there. You'll love to see it, man. Great stuff coming out of this squad. And now 2-4. This is where you have to realize, okay, we've lost multiple rounds going to B. We've lost multiple rounds going to A. What do we feel is the best play? You flip a coin and you say, let's go ahead and do that one. It looks like Dallas is going to be the Lone Ranger. This is interesting. Pixie is going to be playing the flanker on this offensive squad, so he's going to be by himself over there. So not exactly sure how fast he's going to be moving. Now, obviously, when that Dallas does snap, that is going to alert them and let this enemy team know that Dallas is going to be on the flank, not pushing forward. And once they know that, they might turn around and play for him. The EMPs are going to be coming out, as he does also have the devotion right now. And 40 is going to be watching this cross with that Dahlia. And that shield has not went down yet, so we're still in a little bit of a stalemate.
Oh, but he's getting pushed out. Once again, they're not able to get a bomb down. Cool goes down. That's Nash getting credit for that one. I feel like they just need to push Nash out, but it's already too late for that. Nash finds Exo, and that's bomb out of hand. 35 seconds on the clock, not looking good. Beautiful lethal avoidance there. This one is not looking good. They cannot get the bomb. Cool was revived. Pix goes down on the flank, so that didn't work out for them. Now they're getting pushed, but everything's starting to fall apart. Rixie did find it himself getting down by Cool. Joker as well. Cool trying to make plays, but it doesn't matter. The rotation from the one who was watching the Fladen comes in. 5-2 heading into halftime.
Yeah, right now Cool is saying, I need help. He's got a lot of downs, and his team just needs to help him out just a little bit more with it, man, if they want to get some of these rounds. As the Fixer cannot do it all, man. You only got 6 seconds of just overpoweredness, and you got to use those 6 seconds to your best ability. Kind of like Scorch. You get that Scorch ult popped, you got to fight then. You can't wait till after it runs out and then fight. Same thing with Fixer. You're most lethal during that ult, so you got to use it wisely. And looks like this squad going to be running no Fixer yet again to counter the Fixer. So they are just not worried about Fixer whatsoever, which is very interesting, as they might be the new top dog team.
Hey, 6 seconds, man. I told you, I don't think it's that devastating anymore. I don't feel like you need to ban Fixer, and if you don't play him, it's not that big of a deal. That's just my opinion, but I don't play competitively, so
Don't let your enemies plant the bomb.
getting laughed at's a normal thing. It's like I'm chicken soup at a wedding. Nobody wants it, but it's still a good meal.
Okay, that's new. That's new. I like it.
What wedding have you been to where you've eaten chicken soup?
I've never been to a wedding that has chicken soup. No.
Exactly, but you'd eat some chicken soup, right? Like, it's good soup.
If I'm at a wedding, probably not.
I meant overall, you goofball.
Oh yeah, chicken noodle soup.
Speaking of goofball, Joker cannot peek like that. Straight up gets domed. Pixie, couple shots, and he was able to finish him. Oh my goodness, Gotti turns the corner, or 40, excuse me, turns the corner, finishes off Exo as well. Everything's falling apart. Good defensive stance, grabbing themselves their 3rd round there.
Yeah, playing very aggressive on this B site right there. It's an interesting play that you see pulled out usually once or twice. You usually don't have teams do that every single time. But hey, if it worked once, they might opt to do it again. But yes, meeting squads up here at this B site, making sure they can't get any control, make sure they don't feel comfortable whatsoever. We've seen a bunch of teams do this, and it looks like that was a pretty good strategy. They did it pretty well. It came down to a 3v3, and then they were able to just win those trades with all those players that were relatively low. So right now, Cool, 11 downs to his name. He went from 7 to 9 to 11. He's getting 2 downs a round right now. He is not messing around. He's going to be pushing up very close, and he's going to be popping those fixer goggles, but he's going to be getting shot from the right, so he's going to need to hide, and just like that, those 6 seconds are gone. C4 going to be coming out. He's not able to explode it, though, as he did get hacked by that glitch.
See what I'm saying? It's more like an intel thing at that point. It is definitely not as strong as it used to be. He can't just walk through that. As soon as the smoke came through, they kind of shot at him a couple times, pushed him back, and that was like 4 seconds because he had to retreat. That's most of his ultimate timer there, or his ability timer. Ash now playing on this glitch, trying to find some shots. He's going to run forward, then just back up. They are kind of trapped here in the middle. But it's only two of them. Joker goes down. Where are the teammates? Are they flanking? Are they trying to help? Doesn't look like it for the time being. It sounds like they're trying to plant the bomb, and the bomb has been planted. But Fank is just tearing people up in mid.
And right now, Gotti's going to need to win this big 1v1. Isn't able to do that, and we're looking at a 4-5.
4-5 indeed as the defuse is coming through. Can he get it in time?
Bomb's been disarmed.
He will. I don't even know where Talon is at this point. He's just hiding, running. 5-4. Lusty Dogfish still lead, but Gaming Gorillas taking 2 rounds here on defense has really propelled themselves.
Oh, yeah. You know, 1 round at a time. You know, they're making it happen. They just got to keep it up. You know, like I said, whatever they're able to do to you, you can do to them. So if they sent you 5-2, let's do it right back to them. Here's 2 rounds right in your face. You got to have a better offense than that if you want to beat us. That's what they're saying. So let's see if they're going to be able to adjust. Will they be going to this A site? And it looks like, yes, that is what they're going to opt to do. And they're most likely going to get this bomb down for their spawn. Have the molly as well for that post plant. And see how this one goes instead. They do have Fank up here. They're going to need to push him out of the site. Ooh, man. Glitch is going to be meeting Dallas. And I'm not even sure that they realize that they're right next to each other.
Stop them.
And is he going to walk? He just walked right past him. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Well, I mean, Glitch
Nash.
has got to know.
Nash. Nash.
Wait.
Nash.
How does he not know? He's got his iPhone out that entire engagement.
Yeah, he knew that someone was close, but he didn't realize that he was already at the middle box. So he must have thought that that player was either in A or coming from the flank quickly over at A side. Either way, that's just a misplay by Nash. You can't let somebody walk through. That's just so unfortunate. And sadly, looks like this defuse is going to come in yet again simply because the flank, you got to watch it better than that, man. Your whole job is to watch the flank. So the fact that he literally just let a Dallas walk right past him as a glitch, that one's going to hurt you big time.
It hurt them big time indeed. We're heading into a round 11 with the game tied. Now the emails are starting to come out. You said it was all business. Well, cool. He's feeling himself here. In that new Daywalker skin, none the least.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
All right, so we've seen a couple different attack methods from both teams now. What in the world? You trying to catch a town dart midair, or what's up?
And the
That's
bomb
the
going
plan
to
I'm
be going
talking
down.
about.
Oh, yeah.
Look how close that is to the edge.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Is Cool going for that revive? He is right up front on top of that as well. Right at the bottom side of those stairs. He might be able to get this done. He will. That's going to be a safe revive. It's taking a little bit of time. No helping hand, but he's still getting it done. Now they're going to be pushing through the top 3 men. Rixie finds one. 40 finds another, but Fank and Exo, they work together to take out Rixie. Fank gets finished off, though. It's 3v2. 2 being Gaming Gorillas. Look at this. Exo. Nice shots. Can he find the second one? No. The bomb is going to go off. And Joker finishes off that last member. 6-5 now.
Oh, yeah. And something funny, interesting even to point out is that Cool right now is struggling to get these downs right now, as he currently has, I believe, 12, and he had 11. And he had 11 not too long ago. He had 11 about 4 rounds ago, so the fact that he's only been able to pick up 1 down means his team has really been stepping it up in these rounds where he hasn't been able to, where they've been able to come back a little bit. So the fact that this thing is 5-6, his teammates are really stepping up to help him right now, and that's exactly what he's needed. And you guys can already see Rixie. He's going to be tossing out that Talon Dart. They do not have a glitch to get rid of it. but the other side does, and they're going to be getting rid of that Talon Dart every chance that they get. And oh my goodness, Rixie is going to be taken out cool, and he's going to be getting full killed, not going to be giving their Fixer a chance in the world. And is this Talon going to get revived? That's the question. Yes, he is.
Well, you said his team was stepping up. Well, they're going to have to continue that trend here as Cool gets taken out very early. They're moving towards the B site once again. We've only done this once or twice. Didn't work out for him. You can see the different playstyles on defense as well. I mean, look at Fank and Pix. They're pushing up, playing aggressive off that giant box. Compared to Lusty Dogfish, they played very far back on that half wall. Almost towards their own spawn. 40 finds one. Rixie finds one. Fank did return the favor to Nash Pack, but he got down shortly after that gets finished, and everyone else gets finished as well. 7-5. And now Nash and the rest of Lusty Dogfish are one round from taking a 1-0 lead here in our first game of tonight's finals.
Yeah, 7-5. They're feeling very good. If I could see a scoreboard real quick, that would be awesome. Just want to check out some of the stats right now going into this 7-5. But right now, I did see a couple players did have 10. That was Rix and Gotti. So Joker on the Dahlia, you know, we saw him go off on Hollows. Not having the same performance here, but he hasn't really needed to, which is definitely a plus. And this squad definitely has more revives. 10 already coming out from this squad, aside from 8 on the other side. So, you know, just winning the small battles is ended up winning the war. And right now they're going to be doing an all-out A push, trying to end this game right here, right now.
I'll find you.
Yes, indeed. Look at this. Gotti, 40, excuse me. Gotti. We're just going to call him Gotti, even though it's not really him. That's the name I see on screen. I'm getting used to it. He backs up.
Where are you hiding?
Talon Dart in the top right side. They can see how many members are at the bottom of that wall. They're going to try and play for them. They have to get them off of that. Look at the smoke up top. That really messes them up. I hear Fixer goggles going off. That means Cool's trying to find some damage through that smoke. Gotti finds Exo. Gotti finds Pixie. Gotti finds another one with the help from Nash. And it's just Cool up top. This could be the end of it all here, and it will be. Game number 1 goes in favor of Lusty Dogfish, or Cordiality. Whatever you want to call them, they take game number 1. Gaming Gorillas have to fight back. They're now down 1-0 after that demolition. We're going to a King of the Hill. But as we take a look at our game highlights, Rome, it was difficult for Gaming Gorillas at first, and they kind of caught up, and then it was difficult for them again.
Yeah, you know, they had a little hot streak in the middle of all the turmoil, you could say, that they were having in the first half. The second half, it was looking bright for them at the start. It looked like, hey, look, we're going to be able to lock it down on defense the exact same way. They were playing aggressive even, you know, pushing up, able to get those downs. Plays like this, though, were the ones that hurt them, where they were just getting out-util traded, and those ones are the ones that you have to win if you want any chance of winning the map. So going down 5-2 at halftime, that wasn't going to help them too much. And then right here, plays like this, Gotti going absolutely insane with the LMG. We've seen these LMGs do so much work, whether it's Muscle Freak with them using that Mac, or whether it's someone like Gotti using that MLX mob, man. It's great to see either way those LMGs being played and used, man. 8-5 for Breach Demolition. We're on to Factory King of the Hill.
Yes, Factory King of the Hill, one of my favorite maps. Also a map that has a weather effect, baby. So we get to see a little bit of sandstorm. Okay, let's talk about seeding here, because the winner of this gets the 1 seed. The loser gets the 2nd seed. Next week, the winner gets the 3rd seed. I mean, at this point, we have to, I guess we can assume, but we can say Justice will get the 3rd seed, right? That's a big possibility. If that happens, they're on the same side of the bracket in the main event as the 2 seed. So if you want to go up against Justice very early before winners finals, you can have a chance at knocking them out on their side of the bracket. If you don't want to meet them until winners finals, the absolute last possible chance to knock them to the losers bracket, then you want to be the 1 seed. So in your opinion, because we've seen Right Turtle kind of play with these different seeding techniques over the past few months.
Yeah.
Rome, if you're on a team right now, are you saying let's go for the 1 seed or let's go for the 2 seed?
Oh, that is tricky, but I'm always going to go for the higher seed. You always want to have the higher seed. 1, not only for the confidence boost. 2, not only for the money that you get. It's double the money to win and get first place in the qualifier opposed to second place. So, not being able to come back into another qualifier, definitely want to walk away with as much money as possible. So I would say definitely first place. I would assume that Justice was not coming into today looking to not place or not get a top 2 seed.
What a short-term goal kind of guy. Go for the big money now. I hope you don't win the lottery because you're going to be broke in a week.
I don't even play it, man.
They give you 2 options when you win the lottery, right? You win the Mega Millions. They say you can take a lump sum all at once, or we can pay you a small amount every single year for like 30 years. Take the small amount.
I'll take the lump sum. Yeah, I'll take the lump sum.
So if it's 100 million, you're taking an 80 lump sum, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. Put 100%.
Okay, all right.
I'm putting my mom in a $2 million house. I'm throwing him $1 million Rogue Company land. It's going to be amazing.
But the taxes are less if you take it year by year. So you can get like $2 million a year for the next 20 years. You pay less taxes every year. Okay. Look at
Give
you,
it to me now.
Taking the
Give it to me now.
Short term. Okay. All right. That's why everyone who's won the lottery is now broke. All right.
There you go. There you go.
All right. Gaming Gorillas, last dogfish. We're waiting for these bands to come through. King of the Hill, Factory. What are you expecting to see between these 2 teams? And why aren't you expecting to see what you're not expecting? Why you think you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's been a
6 hours
long day. It's already 11 p.m. man. We are going.
It is past my bedtime.
Right,
I go to bed at 9.
Yeah, I was about to say I've been up for a long time now, but hey, Cast and Road Company, I love it, man. These teams right here on this Factory King of the Hill, it's going to be all about winning your gunfights. This is a close quarter map, and when it's this close, every single gunfight matters. There's some maps, like I said, I've said this before, some people took it out of context. There's some maps where if you win a gunfight or lose it, or let's say you lose a gunfight, it might not be the end thing at the end of the world. You could die, respawn, go to the other side, get a nice pinch or whatever. Factory is not one of those maps where it benefits you to die in situations. If you die, you're just not going to be on the hill. You got to completely retake from pretty far out on a close range quarters map. So it's going to be very difficult if you are not ready to win your gunfights. It's going to be the close ones. And I can guarantee the scoreboard is going to tell the story. Whoever has the most downs is going to end up winning this game. I can almost guarantee it. Some maps are not like that. Palace, things like that. We've seen maps, other players get slayed out severely, but still end up losing the map. So, sometimes you can outslay other teams, but just play better positionally. Even on Icarus, we saw that happen a couple times last 10K. I had to tweet it out, point it out to Scott real quick, let him know like it can happen, because he was harping on my comments saying that doesn't make any sense. Oh, it makes sense, man. You can win maps without getting the most downs in certain situations. So this is definitely not one of them, though. Factory is one where the scoreboard will tell the whole story. So what's your thoughts on that, Blue? What's your thoughts on that?
You're ridiculous. You know what you sound like? You sound like the guys that run like Grand Prix or car races, and you lose the race, but you had the fastest single lap, and you're like, oh, well, I had the fastest car, but I still lost. No, man. That's not how it works, okay? Don't worry. If you win the gunfights, you will still win. Just because you don't get the most, you need to win the ones that are most important, which are the ones that are on the objective, right? So there you go. Oh my goodness, your little arguments you have about gunfights and winning King of the Hill games. Listen, it's an objective game, all right? Stand on the objective for the longest amount of time, uncontested, you win the game. It's as simple as that. Whether you get the most kills or not, doesn't matter. As long as you win.
Oh, yeah. I actually got something something kind of interesting, like a little side piece. So
Oh, I'm
I know
ready.
you said,
Okay.
I know you said that people are going to go crazy if Justice ended up losing, and people on Twitter, they were already going insane. Yesterday was a 10K warm up day for a bunch of the teams that were preparing for today. And, Cordiality was one of them. And, when the tournament started yesterday and teams were getting ready, Frag, he said in the little group chat, he said, all right, you guys, get your practice in. Have a good one. And essentially saying, go ahead and practice. You guys are just going to lose tomorrow anyway, And now Cordiality knocked them out. And immediately the first thing that I see in that group chat is someone say, Frag, I guess you need to get that practice in for next week. So it's already coming back to bite them, man. It's already coming back to bite them. You love to see it, man. If you talk crazy, it might come back to bite you, man.
I don't know. I think being in the group chat, I'm not, but I would love to see the memes and the jokes. But at the same time, I like my phone's battery not dying every 5 minutes, but we'll see how that goes. Meanwhile, we're jumping into game number 2. I don't know what the bans were. Nobody let us know, but I'm guessing like an anvil or something, because I don't see an anvil coming out, and this is a pretty small, tight map, like you said. But we do see the scorches. We see Vise.
Yeah, I would guess it's going to be Anvil Lancer based off of these choices. They still have the Fixer open, still have the Dallas open, the Scorch, the Vi. Ooh, the Dahlia though. I just realized that. So they are going triple Molly with a revive. Now, I talked about this and I've said how good it was in certain situations. And right here is the first time I believe that we get to see it, right? Is that correct?
Maybe. I can't remember.
I think we've talked about it, but I think this is the first time we've actually seen it. I know we've seen double Molly with no res.
Oh yeah, I was talking about this earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the first time that we're actually going to be able to see it. So it's a triple Molly where two of the players can roll
I should be a coach, dude. I'm the greatest road company ever. Man, I told you. Chicken soup at a wedding. Nobody wants to listen to me until they do it, and then they're like, wow, this is great. I'm not going to get credit for this. This is the greatest part. That's great. Triple Molly with the Dahlia link. Oh, my goodness. If they win, I want my credit.
Your credit?
All right.
Oh, man.
I said this before we even started the tournament.
I said it during the main event.
You're like, you brushed it off like, I got to use the restroom, Blue. I'll be back. Like, look at this guy. Yeah, okay, bro.
Oh,
Joker, Rixie, Nash. They're brushing off their opponents right now.
Yeah. And they're up 31-0 already, and I'm sure if we look at the scoreboard, it will tell the story already, even though it is early on, as these players are dying to get into this hill, literally dying to get into this hill, as they are going straight for it with reckless abandon. But that is not going to be working out, as they are getting slaughtered currently, and they have not gotten a single point on this first hill is Gaming Gorillas. So we're heading over to this B hill. Will they be able to get in and secure their first point? No, they will not beat over Cordiality into this. So you can see that Dahlia. We normally don't see a Dahlia standing in fire, vibing away. But right now, that's exactly what she's doing. You guys can see there is mollies everywhere. And they are feeling just fine inside of them.
I can't seem to find Molly. Yeah, well, just open your eyes in this game. There's 8 of them out there. Or 6.
Sheesh.
Excuse me. Oh, my goodness.
You can't wait until they're maxed out as well.
The Fixer pick passing up on that Dahlia link for the Scorch. You have 3 incense yourself. I would think that, like, you want to protect two of your players the most amount possible.
Yeah, and the thing is that you can revive your teammate in that fire as well. So it really is just such a good thing to have versatility-wise compared to just a Fixer. Those Fixer, you get 6 seconds of amazingness, and then after that, you have to wait about 45 seconds to be amazing again. So, unless you're extremely efficient
anymore. That's what I'm saying, is people are trying to figure it out how to play around it. Just don't peek.
Even right there, the Dahlia, he saw the Dahlias, he threw a Molly at her, but nothing happens to a Dahlia inside of a Molly that's linked to a Scorch. So she just stood there in that comfortable and was able to win that gunfight easily. just because that player assumed that she was going to be taking damage, and that's just unfortunate. You got to be able to read the room, and right now they are running away with this composition and these points right now. This one is a bloodbath, and it's 87-3. Man,
I was gonna say we saw 150-6 today. That's the highest differential we've ever seen in a round. We might break that in the same day.
Yeah, and right now,
goodness,
he's just using a pistol now.
In his hand. Oh, they
That's
got 4
incredible.
points. They gained 1.
There we go.
20 seconds. Oh, there we go. They're past the 6 mark.
One at a time, you know.
A little bit of garbage time coming in clutch for them. They're already setting up for the next hill on the side of Lusty Dogfish. Dogfish.
I know, man. I know. At least
A
it'll
shark,
be changed
huh?
for next week.
I am going on the Discovery Channel as soon as this is over today. On YouTube.
Gonna YouTube it up?
YouTube, Discovery, Animal Planet, wherever I can get a video of a dogfish. I need to see this shark in action. This thing better not be no punk shark, dude. If you're not named a shark,
if it can't bark underwater, I don't want it. It communicates by barking through echolocation. And anyway, all right, so Joker currently on this Dallas, and they are up by 100 points. We would be talking more about the game, but the game is more of a farming session currently, as this is a 100-point lead, and they're only 15 points away from going up 1-0 and being 1 round away from being your first overall seed in the main event.
you know, if you came into this stream and you didn't watch Road Company competitive before, you would not know this is a finals match with the point differential that is on your screen. 146 climbing. And that's going to be it for round number 1.
I will say this. I can't say that I'm surprised. Remember when I said that against this team, like, I'm expecting it to be a clear 2-0? Like, I wasn't really thinking it would be all that close. Like, the demo was even closer than I thought. But I kind of figured that this one would be a blowout simply because Exo, Pixie, Cool, Fank, they're not used to this map and mode. They're not used to Factory King of the Hill quite yet, because they are coming back, like you said, and they're going up against a squad that has been playing Factory King of the Hill every single day, whether it's in my tournaments, whether it's in scrims, things like that. They've been practicing this map as a 4, so this squad should not be losing this one. And right now, they're doing everything in their power to make that possible. And finally, this squad in Gaming Gorilla is going to be able to get some early points, mainly because they simply have the better side. So we'll see if that's going to help them.
Bro, I'm going to be honest. I don't even think Strikeout was in the game mode for comp when Pix was playing. Like,
no, oh yeah, it wasn't. No, it was all demolition.
That's what I'm saying. In March, I think it was still demo only. Like, Pix was not even playing Strikeout at that point. So this is a whole new world for him.
Yep.
You know what he's gonna say after this game? I should have played Phantom.
Nervous, aren't you?
Hey, maybe that might have been the mistake, but
hey, they're
be
undefeated
honest
with that today, so you know, if it ain't broke,
Very
don't
true.
fix it. They went more meta-isk, and
they went with the Molly, but without having a Dahlia, you're not able to match the firepower of the other squad, and that's the problem that they're running into right now. They're able to
they are
win
starting
that
to
big
find some kills
gunfight.
here, though.
Yeah,
winning
that was a
some
big one.
gunfights. That's 3 straight knocks there, and they're gaining some points. They're catching up. They could tie it here. This is looking more like what we want to see between these two teams. You also have to remember, Gaming Gorilla lost game 1, or round 1, excuse me, in their King of the Hill against Tyson Mentality. So that could kind of be like, you know, I've been playing a lot of Madden lately. That first drive you take against your opponent, that's your feel out drive. You know what I'm saying? Feel out what the opponent's trying to do on defense. And then the first round here has been Gaming Gorilla's kind of first feel out round, you know, and then they figure out what's happening, how to counter it, and then they go in there and they win 2 straight rounds. So we'll see if that is the way it works out here, if they've taken what could be considered a pretty sizable lead going into Hill number 3. It's 72 to 43. That 43 will start to climb with a little bit of garbage time. Just 2 seconds remaining. They're going to have to jump off of it with those 2 seconds. So now only 48 in their favor for Lusty Dogfish. 77 and climbing for Gaming Gorilla as they take control of hill number 3.
Yeah, and it's wild because right now they're going to need to come back, and they're going to need to come back in a fierce way because right now they're starting to lose these gunfights. You're starting to see these close engagements. They're starting to roll away, get low. They're going to need to start winning these and winning them ASAP if they want to win this one. Right here, you guys can see they are going to be wiping them out. Fire is everywhere on the site, but that's fine when you got 2 players that are immune, and they're going to be retaking this bad boy, bringing it back slowly but surely. And right now, the Dogfish are bringing it back slowly, trying to make this thing a 2-0. And Dogfish, even though they are small in size, they are very aggressive and have a reputation of relentlessly pursuing their prey. So right now is where the Dogfish are going to have to be. I might have gotten some help from somebody, might have gotten some help, but, but they are going to need to pursue this squad in this comeback, as right now it is going to be a 15-point game heading into this final hill.
Last hill. Make it count.
Look at this. He's got a whole team of reporters in the back end Googling at his whim. Get me this information! Fank got some intel there on the opponent in highway and took him out just as easily as well. Last hill being controlled by Gaming Gorilla, trying to force an overtime here in game number 2. They are down 1-0 both in this game and in the series overall. So losing this round means they're going to sleep as the number 2 seed. 128, 129, 130 to their names now, and that continues to grow as the side of Lusty Dogfish just cannot find their opening that they need in order to get inside this objective. Finally, they do so. 25 seconds remaining. They can't win it in regulation. They have to take it to sudden death. But if they can control this objective, best of their ability, these lines of sight can shut down every angle incoming. Just have to watch out in case they overextend a tiny bit. That could flip the spawns just enough. Now here's the 6 seconds of smoke, and the goggles still wasn't able to get that down. Fink goes down to the inset. Gotti, Nash, they're all working together to take out Pixie. Nash finds another one on the Fink, and now everything's not looking so great here. We're in overtime, neutralizing each other, and Joker winning that fight against EXO is massive. That allows them to keep gaining more points here. Down by 20 now.
And they got to get back to the hill. They're fighting to even come through this door. And Cool's going to get taken out. He's not going to be up in time to even contest the hill. So they only got to worry about 3 players from here on out. Pixie's one of them. He's revealed. It looks like he's about to get taken out. He's got to walk through the fire one way or another. Only 5 seconds left to get onto the hill. And he's got to win this gunfight. He does not win it.
Oh
Pixie
my
takes
goodness!
him out with 1 HP. And just like that, they are going to be your number 1 seed. Cordiality, Lusty Dogfish.
Look at those downs from the side of Gaming Gorillas. Only one of them hitting double digits, and it was Cool with 17. I think the most behind that was 9. Then there was someone with 4, I think, and then someone with 7. On the other side of the spectrum, you've got people hitting 20, and all the teens over there. Oh my goodness, Lusty Dogfish. Let's take a look at the series replays and just see how dominant they were in both of these games.
Yeah, their demolition was very solid. Their defense, it was played very, very good. Very impressed overall. Able to go up 5-2 in a demolition on a newer map. You know, you're going to be feeling very comfortable. 6-1 is what you would prefer, but, you know, still getting that 5-2, you're going to be feeling very, very good. And they were just very solid all around. And even when they had to go over to the offense, you know, they lost a few rounds in a row, but they were able to adjust. And that's what we always see out of the best teams, like the Just Us's, like the Right Turtles. We see them being able to adjust mid-map to different things in different scenarios, and that's exactly what this squad was able to do. And once they started heading over toward that A site, using their shield, getting that bomb down, playing these things the right way, they were able to finally start stacking these rounds up. And once we got to the King of the Hill, man, this bad boy was all on the side of cordiality. They were not messing around whatsoever. They were keeping it anything but cordial. And that after they went up 1-0, it was smooth sailing from there. And right here, they had to make a massive comeback on this fourth hill. I think that they came back a 60-point deficit to end up taking them out. This was a huge 1v1 that Rixie ended up winning, rolling backwards off the box and still winning it. That one is just the epitome of this match in general, as they win 2-0 in very dominating fashion, and they will be your number 1 seed for the 10K main event.
Yeah, just so good. 8-5 in Breach Demolition, 2-0 in the Factory King of the Hill. Lusty Dogfish, Cordiality, whatever you want to name them, or whatever they name themselves, they will be your number 1 seed. Fank and his newfound team that he just created with Pix, Cool, and Exo, they will be your number 2 seed from what we understand. Justice Roco, of course, will have to come back next week and fight for, at best, a number 3 seed, something that they have never had to do.